right. Welcome to the program, guys. I'm Sergio Guerrero here with Neutral Corner MMA, speaking with a bantamweight UFC fighter, Andre Ewell. First things first, I got to get this going. What is your nickname? Is it Die? Is it
Day? It's
Day. Day. Okay, let's get it going.
Yeah.
Andrew Day Ewell, a UFC bantamweight. He has a fight coming up on June 22nd against Anderson Dos Santos at UFC Greenville. How you feeling, man? A little bit over fight week. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. You know, cutting weight. You know, everybody knows like the week out, it's that hunger strike that has to sit in really hard. You know, but everything's automatically awesome with everything.
I'm glad to hear that, man. I know it's been some time since we've seen you back up in that octagon. I know you're excited to get back in there. It's been about 6 months. With a little bit over a week left to go, how's your weight, man? How are you feeling?
Right on point. Literally about 9 or 8.5 over at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, finishing up earlier's practice, so earlier's training, so everything's actually on point. Be honest, like time I honestly like land Tuesday morning, I think I probably might be on weight, you know.
Nice.
So that's automatically on the up and up.
Yeah, because that was going to be my follow-up question to see if you think your weight cut was going to be a little bit tough this time around, or if you think you're going to have a good go around. But hearing that you might be on weight, that I guess that means it's fairly good for you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, especially with the whole time, like you said, like the whole 6 months.
Yeah.
I was actually going to be like really hard, but I actually had 6 months of cutting, so
right.
Yeah, a win-win for me.
Yeah, sometimes some fighters out there, they go off for 6 months and then they have issues getting back to their weight, you know. A lot of food out there to be eaten, you know.
Exactly.
So I see you've been training at the House MMA up in Riverside, California. And I know that there's a lot of good training partners that you have up there. You want to talk about what you experienced there up in Riverside?
Oh man, experience is everything, because you know, like most people don't know much about Riverside, but when they do, it's either they're making like a big statement for everybody to honestly understand who and what they are, and either not only making a big statement, they normally end up stealing the show. Like, hey, my first debut, I got the chance to steal the show. You know, it happened. And then I got like brothers like Jalen Turner, which is also at the house. You know, he's still in the show. You know, and then we over here learning under the same professor that's with Gracie Jits and everything, Professor Sean. You know, he's over here critiquing and already made a big change in my whole dynamic of just the view, the whole cage, you know,
right,
and everything else. And then like, you know, the team that I have, so it's a win-win, and especially coming from Riverside is always a win-win. Like, you know, like Lorenz Larkins, when he came in there, it was big thing. Like, people don't get it. Like, when you're from out here, it's just that whole new grind, and that's
nice. And I know, like you mentioned, Jalen Turner is training there with you. The guy is a rising star in the UFC, as some would say, along with yourself. What's it like training with him, most specifically, just because I know that he's fairly new and you haven't really trained with him for a very long time. But what's the experience like with Jalen Turner there now at the House MMA?
I'll let that be known. I'm able to get touched over there. like people don't really get that. Like when I'm on, I'm like literally on. It's a switch, and you don't end up getting that much. And it's like literally funny because like Jalen and I, like, you know, we've been around each other for a long time,
right?
Or we know the same people. Like, you know, it's like really like a big world but small.
Yeah, I mean, up in Riverside, California, it's pretty small. You know, everybody knows each other.
Yeah, and it's literally just like that, you know.
Yeah.
And but yeah, me and him, like, we're on McClure, like first time we meet, and we were like straight cool, because it's like, one, I'm a fan of his style, he's a fan of mine. It's like one of those, like, bro, we definitely have to train, we definitely have to kick it, we have to do all this and all that, and it's like it's automatically a win-win when we all had the same goal and we got it into the same door with the same goal. You know, it's kind of like, hey, that's my brother, we did it, you know.
Nice. So it feels pretty good having your some, you know, recognizable faces right beside you coming up with you, you know. So I mean, you've had 3 training camps fighting into the UFC. This is going to be your 3rd fight in there. So compared to all the other training camps, what is this one like? Is there any differences and similarities? How would you say it's been so far?
It's been like I said, amazing. Just practicing Sean Professor Sean came in and just gave me a whole new look on everything that's going on, my ground game, how to end up just go about it in a different way. To the moment, like I'm feeling like I'm going to be tapping out black belts just to be tapping out black belts, you know. So
right.
But you know, obviously there's a road, and you know, and people end up understanding that there is a stepping, you know, there's a, how could you say it, like a little stepping stool to everything, you know.
There's levels to it.
There it is, levels to everything we have to end up doing. So now I just got to bring that level to match my stand-up level, and then everything automatically matches. And right now, everything is coming together, especially for this fight.
Great. And your opponent, Anderson Dos Santos, he's 20-7. He's fought the likes of Ricky Simone, Nurmagomedov. What do you think he offers you as an opponent thus far?
Heart. And that's something that ends up doing, because I end up realizing, like, from Sao Paulo, which one I am a huge fan. That place out there is like, it's amazing, dude.
Right.
Especially their orange juice. And I'm bringing it back because they had like amazing orange juice. But you know, first fight being out there, the fans that turn into anybody that are fighters all have heart, you know.
Right.
And it's one of those things, like, you're gonna have to take me down or take them out on their shield. So that's something I know that he's gonna end up bringing to the table, and that's something that's automatically gonna be exciting, because I have that same, you know, mentality, same like mind frame. So it's automatically just set up for fireworks. And especially, I believe that we starting off the whole fight, or the whole
card. Yeah,
the whole card. So for that to happen, obviously it has to be a banger, because you know, like everybody knows in Greenville right now, like they're not even much excited about the fight, but they're excited about the fights. Like, you know, it's like, yay, we got him here, but the card don't seem that exciting. And it's like me, Dos Santos, Korean Zombie, like just Korean Zombie on the card.
Kevin Holland.
And hey, that's my boy right there too.
Yeah.
So, like him over automatically end up being on the card. Like him, he's bringing that, you know, he's trash talk. He's talking to. He's going to talk to everybody. So it's like the fans are going to get what they want. Like, you know, now they just got to come and, you know, just be prepared for, like, or with, you know, be prepared with their popcorn in hand.
Right.
And might as well have a soda, and have a soda for me too, because I'm like craving a soda at the moment. So definitely have one for me, you know.
Nice. Well, I truly hope you quench your thirst, man. I've also noticed that Anderson has lost 7 fights. 5 of those 7 losses, he's lost them within a TKO or submission. The other 2 have been a decision. Being said, do you think that this fight is going to be a quick fight? Or are you prepared for anything that he offers you? Go for 3 rounds.
I'm prepared for anything. Just the fact he's in, like I said, he has heart. So one thing about the 27 fights and the 7 losses with all that, it's a learning experience. You know, just like as in my 19 fights, about to be my 20th, my 5 losses, all learning experiences, even though 2 of them, granted, was not losses, but it happened and I learned from it. So I end up looking at it, it's that I know he's going to be a better fighter from the gate, and I'm automatically going to be a better fighter from my last fight. And, you know, so it ends up honestly like leveling itself out. So now it's going to be who's going to be on point and who's not going to be on point. Right. I feel that I'm definitely going to be on point. So it could end up being short. It could be a 3-round lesson. It could end up being me automatically submitting them. And then we don't know. But as I do know is that he is going to get a lesson from me. So that's how I look at it.
All right. Well, I know that in UFC 238, did you watch the card by any chance?
Last week?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I sure did.
All right. And as since you've watched, I'm sure that you know that there were 4 bantamweight bouts that on that card. And in this card, Fight Night 153 in Greenville, there's going to be 2 bantamweight bouts. Being that there's so much movement in this division, how do you feel knowing that you have the capability to move up in ranks, just being that there's so many fights right now in your division?
Before I jump up into that, I want to end up giving a shout out to Tatiana. Great fight last weekend. She was amazing. And I want to also shout out Carolina. Keep your head up, man. Get back on there. You know, like literally favorite female fighter. She is. And, you know, she's going to get back on her toes eventually back, and then she's going to do what she does best. But back on the whole bantamweight thing, it is sparking everywhere. And it's one of those things like we are the eye of the storm at the moment. And especially with Sterling's performance last week. And I know, like, Cejudo, like, everybody's, like, on the fan favorite of what Cejudo did. and and the next person that he is calling out. But right now, it's like, to me, it's that Sterling. Like, Sterling did a great performance. He fought a good guy that had a chin that was very dangerous with his submissions, and he stuck to a plan and did what he did.
He fought his fight.
He did. He fought his fight. So that automatically being exciting. And I honestly feel like Cejudo, I believe that if those two fought, that Sterling will steal that one in a decision, 3 to 2 rounds. And that's just how I'm looking at it. But my brother and like my cousin, they feel like Cejudo probably in the fight and short. Right. I feel like it'll be a decision 3 rounds. But just that right there gives me that edge or that little courage of saying, hey, it's my turn. My time. I would love to fight Sterling. I would love to fight Cejudo, and then everybody else that's like on the rankings, that end up moving. When I look at it as exciting show, exciting stuff. Like, if they're bringing excitement, those are the people that automatically want to fight. And if you have 2 people that super charisma like mine and that excitement, the fans love it. And if the fans love it, that's all that freaking matters. It's about what the world wants. And for me, I want to be the people's champ, and I'm going to be the people's champ, and that's how I look at it. So if I'm able to do anything and everything for the people, hey, they ask me to fight somebody, and that automatically it's exciting, I'm down. Let's do that.
Yeah.
But it's all about that.
Nice. And just kind of staying on the bantamweight topic, Rob Font takes on John Lineker, the same card. Who do you think takes that?
Truthfully, me watching it, it's a funny moment because I actually want to fight Font too. I probably that was gonna be like my next call out, my last fight, but things happen. I know there's levels to it. I got to get back on the winning horse. But right now, I feel like Lineker is gonna push that pressure. He's gonna wrestle, but somehow Font's gonna come out on top. I don't know how, but he's gonna weasel his way through that with the W. And I know it's gonna be a little tough win though.
Right.
Give it to him. But regardless of the situation, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna be calling them all out. So that's all that matters.
That's right.
Let's make that exciting.
And I know that the week leading up to UFC 238, a lot of the media asked a lot of the bantamweight fighters regarding the Moraes and Cejudo fight. They asked them, who do you think was more beneficial for the bantamweight division to win the title? Would it be Henry or would it be Moraes? Who do you feel would have been the most beneficial person to hold that title?
Cejudo. Just factors in right now. He's one of those talkers. He's talking. So it's like he is. I'm not saying he's on that Conor level, but as in let me talk. But he's on that level where he could be that next Conor. Just like this in one, he has wrestling, something that he ends up talking about how he made that gold medal. Yeah. He beat TJ, and everybody knows on that whole backhand what happened with TJ, and gets some extra more points as in you beat that type of TJ, and then you just beat the opponent that he fought last week. It's one of those. It's kind of more favored on you. People are loving you. The wrestlers love him. It doesn't matter how you end up looking at it. Like, the people love him right now.
Right.
Even though I know some of his tactics be kind of off the chain and weird.
The cringe king.
Yeah, you feel me? It happens. But whoever ends up beating him, it's gonna end up taking that fire and that flame, and it's gonna be all on them.
Personally, I enjoy the antics. I feel like right now, the UFC really needs something like that. Whether it's all fun and games or not, it gets on the screen on ESPN and all the other coverages. So, it helps the sport. It really helps the sport.
That's why it's more beneficial out of the situation, because this is what the people end up loving. And Moraes kind of quiet. And when he ended up talking shit, or when he was running his mouth, it didn't sound right. It was like, no, it's not you. You're more the quiet and humble type, and so you catch him out of the shit, out of his shadow or his shell. It's kind of something different. It was just weird.
Really fun to watch. Really fun to watch. Yeah. And all right, let's just get it clear here. Your fight with Anderson Dos Santos. Let's just say you win. You get the W. What's next? Who do you want? What are you looking for?
Truth be told, because I'm the type that I end up calling everybody out, so I'll be like everybody. But right now, I even got no names. I just know that I would love to jump on the Texas card and the Abu Dhabi card. If they get me on China as well, then that's even better, because what I look at it is give me another black belt. So I end up beating up a black belt. That's how I'm gonna end up looking at it. give me all, those tough fights or those, I really want them bangers. Like anybody that's opening down the throw, because like I said, fans come to watch, knockouts and excitement. Like, woo, what's happening next?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's the type of fight that I would love to have. So shoot, if it could be Rob Font or Lineker, that will be my my next fight. Because if they put me on that mic, that's literally gonna be what's coming out of my mouth. I want to fight one of them or even a Korean Zombie, which I'm a big fan of Zombie, but I would love to fight him, or even train with him, one or the other. But I'm going to call in all of them out. It happens.
That's right. And I know I heard through the grapevine that you have a cousin in the NBA. Do I stand corrected?
That I do. Named Tony.
All right. And he plays for the Milwaukee Bucks, correct?
Sir, yes, sir.
Did you by any chance send him a text message after he got eliminated from the NBA playoffs?
Nah, he didn't get no text message, but he's gonna hear it at the family reunion. I'll go it's like a yearly thing of everybody that's always talking there, you know. And it's like really big because he's like on the up and up stars, and then now I made the fight, and so it's like, like the whole family reunion stuff is basically on us of, hey, he did this, well, he did this, but it's like on that like who did what moment. So he's gonna definitely hear it on that, and supposed to be visiting over there because it was I know Montel Jackson, Bantamweight fighter. He's like 45 minutes out from there, so I'm supposed to be going out there to train with him. Get a little bit more work with them, and he knows about he knows my cousin, so we're gonna end up like shooting like right after that. So it's like down the street, or a win-win situation.
Well, someone said that's a star-studded family reunion.
There it is.
Well, Andre, it's very nice talking to you. You have a fight against Anderson Dos Santos at UFC Greenville on June 22nd. I'm gonna make sure everybody gets their eyes on that. You're the first fight on the card. Do you know if you're gonna be on ESPN Plus or UFC Fight Pass or?
ESPN Live. So I believe it's 1:00 Pacific time, 4:00 Eastern. But first fight. Got to start it off with fireworks.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Andre Ewell.
There it
is. Take care of yourself. It was nice talking to you. I appreciate you coming on to the show, and best of luck to you in the future.
I appreciate it, Rick. Thank you, man.
Take care of yourself.
Likewise.